Otago, home of a city that was once the country's first capital through the halcyon days of the gold rush. These days, one weekend a year, there's a rush of a different kind for the people that call Dunedin home. It's a rush that comes from being part of something very special. Classic rallying. Welcome to the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Classic Rally. A veritable feast of drivers from around the country has assembled in Dunedin. As has become tradition, organisers have brought in a star performer. This year, Italian Miki Biasion will try his hand in a Porsche 911 after a successful career on the world rally scene.
I have the opportunity to drive the best cars ever, the Group B cars in the Alpha 80s. So I really enjoy the best moment of rally sport ever.
Italian co-driver Fabrizio Pons convinced Biasion to come here, but it wasn't difficult.
You are living in the more beautiful country of the world, so for me it's very easy to convince. I don't have to convince. When I stop speaking, they just say yes.
An Australian has never won the coveted Otago Classic. Plenty have tried to take home the most prestigious classic trophy down under. Geoff David returns with one thing in mind.
Just getting out there and having some fun, you know. They're great stages. They're so smooth, very fast. They should suit the car. We've just got to keep it in the middle of the road and hopefully not hit anything and not go off and, you know, get to the end of the rally.
David is one of 3 Aussies in the last 4 years to play bridesmaid to some of the best drivers in the Southern Hemisphere. But all that could change this weekend when 4 times Australian rally champion Neal Bates tests his replica Toyota Celica RA40 for the first time on New Zealand roads.
I've looked at Otago Rally for many years and thought it's a rally I would love to do, but I never had a classic car before to do it, and now I've got a classic car. You know, when we built this car, we always talked about taking it to Otago, and you know, we've only had the car for 12 months, so we figured why wait, and so we're here this year.
And also here this year is 2012 winner Marcus van Klink in the Group B Mazda RX-7. Van Klink is currently sidelined at his brother's wedding, but should make the start in the morning.
He's due to fly in late tonight, early morning, and drive down from Christchurch. So hopefully we'll get about 4 hours sleep and arrive in one piece, and then we're off early in the morning, and hopefully he's good to go.
Dean Buist returns, a previous winner of this event, back fresh from a win in the Silver Fern Marathon last year.
Yeah, it was 2007, it was quite a few years ago now, and time will tell, but I'd say Derek and those guys will be a lot faster, they're a lot better on notes than we are.
Derek Asen has won the Otago 3 times and only narrowly missed it last year. But just where will his competition come from in 2013?
It's hard to tell. I mean, Clinky will be quick because he won it last year. I guess, you know, Dean as well. And it's going to be really tricky. I mean, I think we need to get through the first couple of stages tomorrow, and then we'll sort of see who's doing what and go from there.
The first of 8 special stages starts north of Dunedin, outside the Scenic Hotel in the CBD. The defending champion has made it and is ready to go, but the decision about winning the Classic Rally or the National Championship is a split decision.
Oh, I'd say it's 50-50. No, it's definitely, this rally is very important to us to try and, you know, retain the title, but it's a very hard rally to win twice, so we'll see how we go.
Fabrizio Pons is not the only female co-driver of note. Coral Taylor will sit alongside Neal Bates, as she has done for the last 2 decades. But the youngest competitor here, 12-year-old Nikita Gibson, has just got her co-driver's licence and is getting some words of encouragement.
So you will be relaxing and watching what is going on. This is fantastic.
Well, she said just to have fun, go for the ride and enjoy yourself, so it's pretty good advice.
Nikita will be sitting alongside stepdad Tony Johnson in the V8 Ford Capri when the flag drops in the morning. SS1 Silver Peaks North begins the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Rally, nearly 20 kilometres of predominantly twisting Forest Road. It's to Neal Bates' liking, and he puts everyone else on notice that he means business, establishing a 13-second lead over the field. Dean Buist is the best of the rest, even with his co-driver Andrew Bullman momentarily dropping off the pace notes.
So a 4 right, tight or something? 30 to a 4 left, 50. Yep. to a long 6 left 30.
International guest Miki Biasion takes it easy on the unfamiliar roads. Perhaps he's getting used to the unfamiliar Porsche. Still, he's comfortably inside the top 10.
Brake early, crest, 40, right 4 on crest.
Bates and Taylor continue to surge ahead of the field through the 7Ks of SS2 Ritchie Road, adding another 6 seconds to their overall lead by the first service.
5 right gate here. Crest 120 and long 6 right.
No issues for defending champion Marcus van Klink through the early stages, but overcoming sleep deprivation might be important if he's to stop a rampaging Aussie.
Yeah, it's bloody fast, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's Neal Bates absolutely flying along, which is good. It's good to see. So, no, we're going all right, though. Yeah, it's a long rally. So, I mean, like last year, I think it's up to the last stage, really. But I think our second stage is really good. So, yeah, no, looking forward to it.
To a 4 right, tightens to 3, 30, to a 2 left.
Through the sometimes mountainous and twisty 28K Danzies Pass, Dean Buist finally grabs a stage win from Neal Bates, but only by 2 seconds.
30.
Rallying is one of those sports where age really isn't an issue. 1980 Otago Rally winner Ian Begg is back again, although some niggling thoughts keep popping into his head these days.
I've been rallying for 40 years this year, so I woke up at 2 this morning in course and thought, this is ridiculous, I should be doing something like gardening. But anyway, I'm here and it's okay so far.
7 right, tightening 6 long opens.
Having shaken off the cobwebs and grabbed third at SS3, mechanical gremlins creep into Van Klink's RX7 through the 24-kilometre Victoria Hill stage.
Just a couple of Ks from the end of that stage, just making a noise and sounds like the diff actually. So yes, unfortunately it's put us out for the day. So we'll put a new one in and head out tomorrow, I suppose.
After 20 years out of major rally competition, Miki Biasion seems to be getting back into the groove.
Each corner, I know a little bit better the car, so I get confidence. And of course with my notes, and try to understand the rhythm. I like the stages, they are amazing. So I'm very happy.
Neal Bates is flying, winning 4 of the 5 morning stages in his RA40. His love of the Otago Classic, obvious.
Yeah, it's right up there. Like, fantastic roads, just sideways over crests and jumping, and yeah, just absolutely fantastic. Feel like I'm in Finland.
5 right, slipping maybe, 60.
The battle for second is between Buist and 3-time Classic winner Derek Asen, who thinks his co-driver might deserve some time behind the wheel.
We sort of tippy-toed through Dan's past a little bit, so Dean got a good run through there. So I think I might let Andrew drive for the next couple. He might be quicker than me.
Geoff Judd's pleased with his co-driver, Malcolm Reid, as well. The pair is currently sitting in 4th.
I've used Malcolm once in the Gisborne Rally a couple of years ago, and his girlfriend Nicole sat with me for most of their Rally Extreme series last year, but she's committed to sitting with her brother for this rally, so he's filling in with me. So he's quite experienced and really, really light, so he's doing an awesome job.
Aussie Jeff David is looking to complete his first rally in his new Porsche 911, but the twisty roads are proving to be a handful.
We're struggling to get drive, so we've got too much horsepower and it's not pushing the car forward, so we're losing out there a bit, and we're using the organiser's notes, which are a little bit off, but we're okay.
Veteran Roger Townsend has lost none of his skill behind the wheel. He won the Otago in '87 and currently sits inside the top 10 after grabbing 7th through SS4. This year, it's a family affair. Son Mike is in the 1600 category in a Toyota Corolla, but Dad is not talking up the competition.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of the competition I like to play down. I don't want to put any pressure on either of us. Michael's in a much less powerful car and does a brilliant job in it. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing and he'll keep doing what he does, and I'm sure he'll end up with a great result.
Australian Stuart Reid is having gearbox issues, but they're not stopping him enjoying the Otago Classic.
Just starting to get into the groove, and you've got some fantastic roads over here, and I love it. The Otago's a great event.
Neal Bates continues his charge in the afternoon, winning the new forestry stage, Razorback. The reverse run of 20k Silver Peaks, though, sees Dean Buist take his second stage win, but only by 0.1 of a second. Is he beginning to pull Neal's lead back?
No, but the gap to him beating me is getting smaller, but the time's getting longer. It's all good.
A feature of New Zealand's rally scene is the ability to run hybrid cars. It's a sort of mix and match attitude that appealed to Kane Barry.
Over a few drinks one Friday, me and some friends decided it would be a good idea to use a V12, which we always had a real soft spot for, the BMW V12, and then it was just a case of finding something it fitted into. This is probably a bit like negotiating an articulated bus or something through the forest, but it's good fun, you know. We're about as sideways as you can possibly go without falling off the world, so yeah, we're having a great time.
The V12 powered Beamer is far from falling off the world and keeps Barry and co-driver Jason West in 10th overall by the last of the forest stages for the day. Next stop, the tarmac around the streets of Dunedin.
We're going to get in there and get serious and put some sticky tyres on and just see how high we can lift the wheel off the ground.
A regular fixture of the Nishibo Stadium Cars Otago Classic since 1996, the Tarmac Sprint is all about giving the local crowd something to cheer on. The boys and girls are happy to oblige. Stewie Reid is only good for 6th. The accolades going to Roger Townsend in another BDG Escort, with Neal Bates hot on his heels. Bates holds the #1 position after the first leg, carving out a 38-second lead over Dean Buist, with Derek Asen a further 35 seconds back. A bit of daylight shines between Asen and Judd, while Miki Biasion has been steadily improving all day to grab 5th. It's a time of reflection in service before cars are parked up for the night. Graham Ferguson very happy to no longer be a spectator at this event.
Got the car built about 2.5 years ago, and I've just been slowly progressing way up the ladder, as I call it, and I've come down and watched the Otago Rally a couple of occasions and just thought it was time to step up and get in and learn to do the pace notes.
Step up he has, a credible 9th at the end of the first day, 5th in the Tarmac Sprint. In the 1600 class, Mike Townsend is second to Cameron Moore, who's leading the way in his Toyota Levin. And he's not on pace notes.
We're very happy. I think we're currently leading our class, which is B class, and I'm pretty sure that we're the first car not running notes. So the first blind car, they call it, and sitting 10th overall in Classic, so pretty happy with that.
Stewie Reid's trying to resolve his gearbox issue before Parc Ferme tonight, but it's all a bit tight.
So we've changed the gearbox because we don't have the correct dowels for the other one. So that gives us 10 minutes tomorrow to put the sump guard on, finish tightening the starter motor, put the fan shroud back in, fix the electrical problem and get ready to go.
Will they make it? We'll find out in just a moment. Day 2 dawns bright and clear in Dunedin for the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Classic Rally. Stewie Reid's service crew had just 10 minutes to finish off the long list of repairs from yesterday, and it's a nervous wait to see if they've made it. Co-driver Ian Stewart waits on the official verdict.
I hope we've made it by the skin of our teeth, but it's not looking real good, so yeah, I'm very worried at the moment. I need to wait to see what my good-looking navigator's going to tell me. That'll do me. We'll see you later on. Yeah.
Smiles all round. Reid and Stewart start with a clean sheet for day 2. With both Porsches inside the top 10, Geoff David thinks he and Miki Biasion stand a better chance of climbing up the leaderboard today.
These stages should be a bit easier in the Porsche because they're fast-flowing stages. So the Porsche doesn't like the tight stages and a lot of change in direction, quick change in direction. So we should have a fun run today.
In Category B, Mike Townsend's objective today is pegging back leader Cameron Moore.
Yeah, absolutely. He's in our sights today, so lost a little bit of time through some of the tight, twisty stuff yesterday, just a bit low on confidence, and we'll try and pick it up today on the fast stuff.
Through the first stage, he closes the gap by 5 seconds to just 15. With another 7 stages today, the battle in B is going to heat up. At 29 kilometres, Ramrock is the longest stage of the event. Derek Asen sets about trying to reduce his deficit, pulling 5 seconds from Neal Bates, but a massive 20 seconds back from Dean Buist, whose concentration is tested as he and Andrew Bullman get used to running on pace notes again.
Small crest on Losty. This is a small crest. Small crest like 150, another small crest, which looks like it's got a right over the top of it, 6 right.
Having repaired a broken axle suffered before the Tarmac stage last night, Tony Amers in his Fiat Abarth rejoins today and is on an early charge, almost catching Richard Anderson in his Alfa Romeo.
I think I was just a little bit distracted by the dust and what have you, and came into from a very long straight into a sort of a tight 5 right-hand corner, and I just clipped it inside and the back came out, and next thing you know we're actually seeing scenery going in all sorts of direction and bits of dust flying through the car, so yeah, it wasn't a good outcome in the end.
Just 5 seconds separates the first 6 cars through SS10, the first of 2 runs through the 10k Moonlight stage. Marcus van Klink rejoins and is only 0.4 behind Derek Asen, while Geoff David stretches the legs of the Porsche and grabs 4th. The veteran BDG master Roger Townsend sneaks a 5th place. There's more to a rally team than a driver and co-driver. Whether it's an international event or a club rally, there's still the need for support behind the scenes.
Normally there is a general manager that is at the end of the stages to check the times of the special stages and to check the situation in the race. And then he phones us during the road sessions and give us the times of the other concurrents.
The Otago Classic might not have the profile of the WRC, but Biasion and Fabrizio Pons are still afforded the luxury of a team manager. A role being handled by regular competitor Alan Dippy, who just happens to own the Porsche.
Yes, I've been demoted from driver to cook this year. Of course, I've done a lot of Otago Classic rallies over the years, but it's been a real privilege to have Fabrizio and Miki over here. A privilege to have them driving the Porsche in this fantastic event.
The third class in the Stadium Cars Nishibo International is C-Class, and that's where we find Peter Frid. Back in 1997, Frid co-drove for Alan Wells in the inaugural Otago Classic, and he still enjoys competing no matter what he's driving.
We have a lot of fun. I was stuck to having a small car. It suits me. I would have, one stage I was going to go up to a bigger car, but we have a lot of fun with the rest of the guys down there. A lot of young fellas come along. I got passed by a young fella yesterday, and I looked at the way he was driving and thought, well, he's not going to last a lot longer, and he didn't. So. And I mean, we've built a good big car here, built by local guys in Oamaru who really know their Toyotas, and we just drive this thing at 8,000 revs all day, and it's never ever let us down. We've never broken a thing in it in over 100 events.
Gary Cliff wishes he had the same track record. Gearbox issues capping his top speed, but he's still inside the top 15.
We haven't got 5th gear now, so we're not going quite as fast as some of the guys in that 5th gear stuff, but roads were good. I just didn't get into it, so I think the roads are fine.
The battle for class honours continues throughout the morning. Mike Townsend creeping ahead of Cameron Moore, but somewhat realistic about the circumstances.
He's still doing very well. He's not using pace notes and we are, so I don't know how he's keeping the pace he is. So, it's a good little battle. It's not really a fair game, but we'll keep chipping away and see where we end up.
Driving blind is not the only issue for Cameron Moore.
we're still having a few mechanical problems. The clutch cylinders are still giving us grief, so I'm missing a few gear changes, but I think we took time out of Cliffy in that stage and the long one previous. Amazing stages, very fast.
Sitting in the middle of the pack in the lone V8 and going very fast is our youngest competitor, Nikita Gibson. Stepdad Tony Johnson has been providing her with plenty of show and tell for school tomorrow.
Well, I went on my class blog last night and my teacher's already put the picture and the ODT up, but I have a feeling that there'll be a lot of questions. But we had a bit of a moment at the spectator point in the first round of Moonlight, but that's all right.
Neal Bates still sits with a comfortable buffer at the top, but the big battle is on for second between Derek Asen and Dean Buist, with Buist overshooting in the tussock country of SS12 Longdale.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and we just had a bit of a spin in that one. We went up the wrong road, so we lost a bit more, so try a bit harder.
The move back to pace notes, but without a recce pre-event, is costing them 20 seconds in this case. Now, just 1.7 seconds separates them from Derek Asen. The door has been opened for a late charge. Asen will have his measure by the next stage. With a strong mix of international drivers and Porsches and hot escorts, Dean McCrosty has no qualms about the competitiveness of his own RX-7.
The RX-7 would be fine for keeping up with all of the above. It's the idiot behind the wheel that's doing the damage. No, we're having fun. Seem to be keeping up pretty well. A lot better than last year, so we're really happy.
Tightening long 4. Yep. 50. 6 left minus and 6 left minus again. 120. And 5 right, tightens 4, then opens. Tightens 4, opening right.
Marcus van Klink's RX-7 fares better, finally baring its teeth to take a stage win through SS14 Waiporti Gorge, 3 seconds over Neal Bates. 5th placed Geoff Judd sums it up best.
Oh, that was fantastic. It all clicked in there and we went well. You know, everyone else probably did because the road's in fantastic nick. It's just such a cool stage.
Then turn right 3.5, stay in.
A favourite among drivers is the signature stage, Cooley Bush. It rewards the brave with huge crests to contend with and 100% commitment required.
Then danger, right 5, immediate left 4, over crest.
With more than a minute lead heading into the final stage of the rally, Neal Bates' commitment doesn't falter. By day's end, he and Coral Taylor are clear winners, happy to prove the Aussie knockers wrong.
A lot of non-believers in Australia. Everyone told me this couldn't be done and we've done it, so very, very happy. It's been fantastic. That, what was it called, Waiporti Gorge? Waiporti Gorge and Kari Bush, just, I reckon, the best stages I've ever done. Just fantastic.
7 left over crest, tightens to 5.
It's a tight battle for second. Derek Asen has 7 seconds over Dean Buist, but puts everything on the line in the final stage of the day, the 11-kilometre Whāti Flat.
Oh, we nearly threw it all away in the air. Woo. That was good fun though. Yeah, it was pretty intense, but it's good.
In class battles, Mike Townsend achieves his dream, finishing 10th outright and the Class B honours over Cameron Moore. He knows the advantage he had over his rival.
Yeah, well, again, I said before, he's done very well without notes, so you know, it's a bit of an unfair fight, but you know, we got the chocolates at the end of the day, and that's the main thing. So, you know, very happy all round.
An Aussie takes the winner's trophy for the first time in the 16-year history of the Otago Classic. 3 times winner Derek Asen settles for second, with Dean Buist 25 seconds further back. Geoff Judd maintained consistency throughout the weekend to hold 4th spot, while our international guest, Miki Biasion, bagged 5th outright amongst the 40-plus field. Dozens have crossed the ditch and failed to win what has become one of the coveted classic rallies of the Southern Hemisphere. With the bit between their teeth and inspired by a few non-believers, Neal Bates and Coral Taylor have become the first Australians to conquer the Kiwis on their home turf. No win for our guest of honour, Miki Biasion, but we might just have won his heart for the Stadium Cars Nishibo International Classic Rally.
I never see so many nice stages in the same area, so I'm very happy. I would like to thank all the people in the organization that gave me the opportunity to be here, and I hope to be back in the future, of course.